r/AskReddit by Redmond Dts. What is the dumbest way the popular kid fucked up their life? Two of them decided to take hunting rifles and shoot several rounds into the principal's house at night, thinking the police wouldn't catch them and they would just not follow through with a possible attempted murder. Holy Jesus, that's wild. Yeah, crazy times. One of them is recently deceased and the other is a deadbeat dad with a drug addiction. They never really came back from that. Didn't exactly fuck up his life, but he managed to put two brand new Audi A8s into the same telephone pole outside of school. Second time we all stuck around in the school parking lot to witness the aftermath. His dad was apocalyptic. You hit the same fucking pole. How? He got a used banana yellow wagon after that. It was hilarious. Went to a house party shortly after grad, got kicked out for being douchebags. Went back to the party and beat the host to death with a bat. Petitioned for a conditional release so they could spend Christmas with family. You know, completely normal stuff. Kid was kinda smart, but an excellent multi-sport athlete. He had a full baseball scholarship lined up for a state school. The summer after senior year at a party he got drunk, picked a fight, and got his knees broken. Don't know what happened to him, but I know he didn't go to college. He dropped out of high school, went to jail, then got his stuff together, and went back to school. He is now a math teacher at a prestigious high school. Tried to hit me with his car, and lost control, and put it in the ditch. Cops came, realized he was DUI and underage, and lost his scholarship. Took pictures of himself getting head from the football coach's daughter and slipped a copy under the coach's office door as revenge for some slight against him. He was one of the top football players. He was dumb enough to think the coach's daughter wouldn't say who it was in the picture. Of course she told, and of course he knew, and of course he was kicked off the team. Few months of disciplinary actions after, because he sort of spiraled, and he was sent to one of those schools for people with difficulty functioning in normal schools. I don't know if it ruined his life, but it ruined his trajectory and he wound up dropping out of the local community college instead of going off to Florida State, like he had planned. They poured some chemicals on the football field to spell out our graduation year for a senior prank. It killed the grass and ruined the soil under it. The grass and soil on a football field are specific and expensive. It cost tens of thousands of dollars to repair it on such short notice. The school wanted to be lenient. However, the insurance company required them to get the police involved to cover the claim. So they were arrested. Had sex with the German foreign exchange student on the principal's desk during a pep rally. Instant expulsion. Exchange student was sent back to Germany. In his defense, it was consensual, and she was devastatingly attractive. He and three of his buddies got drunk at a parking lot hangout after practice, drove home, and their car went off the side of a bridge into the river below, killing all four of them. Four of them in a car. Driver going very fast on an expressway late at night. Lost control of the vehicle and flipped it, ejecting three of them not wearing a seatbelt. Driver got rolled over by the car and was killed instantly. Second was killed from the injuries. Third had severe brain damage and requires assistance until his dying day. One passenger was wearing a seatbelt and left with minor injuries, except the trauma of watching two of his friends die and one of his friends become severely disabled. Edit. Many of you have asked where this was. It was upstate New York. I don't remember the year, but at least 15 years ago. Given how many of you asked where it was, or shared similar stories, I think the overall theme here is, wear the seatbelt every time. Full ride for football at any school you can name. Decides to rob a Walgreens with his buddies one Friday night. He lost everything. I saw him working at McDonald's a few years later. Dude sodomized his girlfriend with the business end of a shotgun for cheating on him. He's seen nothing but prison walls for 26 years now. He beat the snot out of the disabled kid, who was well loved by everyone, and told dad jokes. The problem was, that kid got a brain bleed and almost died, so he went to prison for attempted manslaughter. What did disabled kid do to deserve this? Allegedly, he told a somewhat flirty joke to the popular guy's sister, who was 1 grade below us. I think it was along the if you were a desert, you'd be a cutie pie kind of joke. His parents don't even visit him in prison. Dug up the body of an 11-year-old boy that died in 1921 in a cemetery for black veterans and their family. And then decapitated the body and smoked marijuana from the skull. What? He decided it was a good idea to get high on pills and go for a drive. He ran over a lady and her dog, killing them both. He left his car and called the police to say that the car was stolen by a black guy. After they found the car and the accident, they called him into the station for a talk. He went up to the police station with the keys in his pocket. Thought he'd be cool by chugging an entire bottle of vodka. Killed himself via alcohol poisoning. Guy had a telephone pole fall on his car a couple of years after high school. Instead of calling to have it removed, he and a friend tried to remove it themselves. The guy ended up getting crushed to death. Extremely tragic, but also extremely stupid. He failed out of college during his senior year. Got hooked on drugs, was a deadbeat dad, did more drugs. Then finally got clean, went back and finished college, now is a drug counselor, and reconnected with his kids. Fucking strong work dog. Got addicted to drugs. Rich parents got him out, rehab, then got him a lucrative job that needs no qualification. Now he is still in media, well paid, enough that he became a functioning drug addict. Some people have everything handed to them, they can't even fuck up properly. Got suspended for something really dumb, so he and a couple buddies tried to burn down our vice principal's house. Got the address wrong, and almost burned a family alive. He went train surfing. On an intercity train. His head was found over a mile from the other parts of his body, or so the rumor went. Sitting on railings. Just don't do it. I know one girl who I went to high school with who was sitting on someone's deck railing at a party. Fell backwards, broke her back, is in a wheelchair to this day. Another kid was sitting on the railing at a SkyTrain station, Vancouver subway that is largely on elevated track, fell backwards a full story onto concrete and died, right in front of his girlfriend. Just 1 second chatting happily to his loved one, the next second he's gone, the next second he's dead. It seems like such a dumb little thing, but it's so not worth it to sit on a railing. Not the dumbest by any means. Most of the popular kids I went to school with are living their best lives now. I did go to school with a popular kid in the year above me who tried to break up an argument outside of the pub. Punched to the ground, kicked repeatedly in the head like a football, never made it out of the coma. It made national headlines, more so because it involved underage drinkers, and exposed a scandal of city center pubs not checking ID. For many of the guys is becoming alcoholics before 25, and having to pay child support for at least one child. For the ladies is getting pregnant with a one-night stand. Most of those scenarios are potential killers. One of the hockey players in my high school tried to commit suicide by shooting himself when his girlfriend broke up with him. He loaded the gun with the wrong sized ammo and ended up blowing the skin off one side of his head. I don't know what happened to him after high school, but he went from being a handsome guy to being a half handsome guy. Dropped acid with some of his buddies, ordered pizza, forgot they did, and then shot the delivery driver with a shotgun through the front door. The most popular guy in our school got a full ride scholarship for football, then posted a video of himself stealing from a convenience store for fun. It went viral, he got expelled, lost the scholarship, and ended up working at that same store. Messed around making a pipe bomb for fun, and blew himself up, and 2 of his friends. 2 of the 3 died before starting college. Pretty sad, but also so stupid. They had so much going for them. Sped out of the parking lot of the movie theater after watching the original Fast and Furious movie. He killed a person in the ensuing car accident. Convicted and spent 10ish years in the penitentiary. I don't recall if it was another driver or his own passenger. She tried to force feed the Jewish kid bacon and socked him when he refused. Because it was high school and she was actually 18, she got sent to jail, but later got into even more trouble. She's in right now for aggravated assault. Ran a stop sign going 100 miles per hour and got stuck under a semi-trailer filled with potatoes. Car blew up and killed both people in the car. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.